Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. We've got your daily reading here for Thursday, March the 27th of 2025. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? Now, I do these readings the day before, so I'll post this on the 26th. And if you see it before the 27th, this is a heads up. So tonight, the early morning wee hours of the 27th, Venus enters Pisces. Now, Venus is still retrograde, and entering the sign of Pisces can certainly bring a lot to our imagination. We can find that we're, we feel this desire to make some time for self-love and self-care. You might be feeling a little bit reflective, especially about things that you love, your passions. Maybe even you could be revisiting in your in your energy, you could be revisiting, like reminiscing a little bit. That's what I want to say. Reminiscing a little bit there. Retrograde energy, right? We tend to go inward and go backwards sometimes, right? Or at least look backwards. But Venus in Pisces, very imaginative, very dreamy. There's some love and romance coming in the air. And so Venus enters Pisces at 1:41 a.m. Pacific time, or it's 4:41 a.m. On the eastern seaboard there. But then a few hours later, Venus in Pisces creates a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. And because this is happening in the middle of the night and the wee hours of the day, your dreams are probably going to be very, very interesting. Now, for some of you, maybe you have dream come true. That can certainly be that energy. All right, a little bit mystical, a little bit magical. Okay, kind of warm and fuzzy energy there. Certainly with that. But it's the middle of the night. So yeah, your dreams. And then of course we are just a couple of days away from eclipses, or from the solar eclipse. And the day after that, Neptune goes into Aries. So there is this dreamy quality. There is this creative and loving and romantic energy that is around, and we can have some big spiritual awakening is about to happen in over the next few days or the next week or so. Some big shift, right? Because Neptune moving out of a sign, Neptune's moving into Aries. It's a big deal, a very big deal. Neptune stays in each sign for around 14 years or so. But Neptune hasn't been in Aries for like 165 years. So whenever Neptune does change signs, we do tend to have some sort of awakening, some sort of an epiphany, some sort of growth in some way, right? It might not necessarily happen right on that day, but some of your dreams may be giving you a heads up as to what is in your future and what's to come. So allow the energy to flow, because it could be really, really mystical, really interesting. Anyway, we have the Six of Cups, and there's your reminiscing energy coming out right there. We've got the Six of Cups, and we have the Strength card, some Leo energy there. And we have, where are we? We've got the Queen of Wands there for you as well. So this is lovely. Again, kind of a dreamy energy, very creative, especially with the Strength card there. It is a very creative energy. The Queen of Wands, very creative also. So this is lovely. It's beautiful. We're making decisions. We're taking charge, but we are in this reflective, reminiscing energy with the Six of Cups. So some of you could be reliving something today. You could be, again, make sure that if you are reflecting on the past, we do sometimes have rose-colored glasses on. Okay, so you could either be reflecting on something with those rose-colored glasses, and there's a sense of longing there, but you might not be remembering things quite the way they were. Okay, or you are reflecting on something and you're seeing the truth. You're taking those rose-colored glasses off and you're seeing the truth. And this can actually make it easier to let something go and wipe the slate clean. All right. But the Six of Cups, you can be getting a gift. Some of you are getting a sweet gesture from somebody. This can be where you have a second chance at something. It can be a project. It can be something in your workplace. It can be something with a person. Bump into an old friend. Maybe revive a hobby, whatever it happens to be. There can certainly be some sort of revival there. But with the Strength card coming in and the Queen of Wands, you could potentially be shutting something down, and you need your courage and your inner strength to do that. So 6 of Cups, if you do run into someone from your past and they are someone that you don't want to connect with, right? This shows you how strong you are and how far you've come. But we do have the Strength card, and so this can certainly be where you might need to be a little bit courageous today in some way, whether it's to speak your truth, make some change, or just, remember how powerful you are, right? In a good way, right? We're not wielding our power in a negative way. Okay, you're just taking charge of a situation. Maybe you're dealing with issues creatively, all right, but you're filled with confidence. You're filled with this inner strength. You're also maybe taking a more creative or gentler approach at something. The 6 of Cups often does, deal with children or your inner child, okay, which can be very bruised very easily. So if you're dealing with children or your own inner child today, this might be where you do something a little bit fun, something that feeds one of your passions, or if you, maybe have some repeating patterns with one of your children. Maybe this is where you kind of say, okay, the way that we're dealing with this isn't working. Let's try something a little bit different. All right. But whatever your situation is, you could be having some fun with a friend, because the Queen of Wands often does show up as a friend. So you could have a friendship going on there. Super positive energy, filled with confidence, filled with vibe, filled with zest for life. So it's pretty good high vibe day, for the most part there. The blessings headed your way. We've got the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself, being confident, facing your issues, facing your battles. Maybe you even need to advocate for yourself or someone else. So that 7 of Wands is certainly a blessing. And so you've got all this confidence boost coming in here today. So whatever you're faced with, whatever you got to deal with, nip it in the bud. All right. If you need to put up boundaries, put up boundaries. If you need to have a conversation, have a conversation. But take a gentler approach at things, though. Yes, we can be bold and brave and confident. We can stand our ground. Hey, we can speak our truth, speak our mind, but we don't need to be aggressive about it necessarily, right? We can be a little bit kinder, a little bit gentler with it. And the Strength card reminds us of discernment. Sometimes we need to be powerful and strong and bold and roar like that lion. But sometimes we need to kind of take things down a notch. And we need to be a little bit more compassionate or empathetic to whatever person or situation that we're dealing with. So discernment, use your energy wisely. All right. And you could certainly get the outcome that you're looking for. All right. But certainly this boost of confidence there for you today. We've got the 7 of Swords as your advice from Spirit. Okay. Remember, be careful of who or what you trust. And remember, we said at the beginning of your reading that you could be reflective today. You could be reminiscing about the past. And remember, our memories cannot always be trusted at 7 of Swords. We do because our minds, our brains are wonderful supercomputers, but their job is to protect us, to help keep us alive, that kind of thing. And so part of that is that when we do reflect on the past, or we do have memories, if they're difficult or painful, or, our brains sometimes gloss over some stuff. Right. And it's to protect us from feeling hurt and pain and that. And as well, that's wonderful. It doesn't always serve us well. Okay. So just remember that 7 of Swords, you may not necessarily be able to trust your memory, your recollection the way it is. So the truth comes out with that Queen of Wands. This can also represent that, the 7 of Swords can be something that you don't trust. It can be you, right? Do you trust yourself? Do you not trust yourself? It can be a person. Maybe it's a person that you bump into from your past that you don't trust, or, and they start to maybe, try and convince you that they've changed or something, and you're like, nah, I don't buy it. Right. So that's, putting up those boundaries, or really trusting in your own instincts, right? And Leo the lion, trust in your own instincts, and that will serve you well. But the Seven of Swords can also indicate that we might be waffling back and forth on something. We might need to make a decision, or, we're trying to figure out what steps to take. Okay. And we do tend to be a little bit back and forth with that. We're trying to stay positive, but we're looking back and we're a little bit unsure of ourselves. Okay. So Spirit is really trying to infuse you with a confidence booster here. Okay. So, trust yourself. What does your intuition tell you? What do your instincts tell you? Doesn't matter if you're dealing with a small issue or something a little bit bigger. All right. Spirit's saying, trust yourself to make the right choices, the right decisions for yourself. Okay. Now we do have 2 sevens here also. And I love this. I mean, number one, we've got 6 with the 6 of Cups. We've got 2 sevens and we've got an 8. Okay. So we do maybe have some progress or some growth coming in here for you today. Certainly moving past something can be part of your day today. But we've got the 2 sevens as well. And 7 is number one, it could be a lucky number. So if 7 is your lucky number, you could get a little bit of a lucky break in some way today. But 7s are highly spiritual. And with Venus moving into Pisces, that conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, a lot of dreamy energy, a lot of spiritual energy here. So pay attention to sign, symbol, synchronicities. Be open to dreams. If you find yourself maybe daydreaming a little bit, just go with it. Go with the flow. See where it goes. A little movie playing out in your head. It can just be something fun, something interesting. Maybe it's something that'll bring you some creative inspiration, but it can be some epiphany moment headed your way at some point there. So very spiritual energy. Trust it. Okay. Trust it. Because it could be showing you something very interesting. Anyway, having said all that, guys, I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe. I would love to know if you're having some crazy, wonderful dreams, or maybe some crazy, weird, and wacky dreams, whatever it happens to be. But I know a lot of people are having a heightened amount of dreams, and ones that they remember, or they remember parts of. So if you are having dreams, keep a pen and paper beside your bed. One of the keys to remembering your dreams is when you wake up in the morning, just keep your eyes closed for a minute. And just capture whatever images, whatever story, whatever energies, whatever feelings that you get, and then just quickly jot them down. Because when we take a minute before we open our eyes, our subconscious is still there, and is always there, but it's at its forefront, right? So we have more of a ability to capture those dreams before we open our eyes and our conscious brain takes over. So anyways, just capture that essence of your dream. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.